Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear? Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear me? Dog the things me comfy, dog the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Dog the things me comfy, dog the things, you hear me? Dog the things me comfy, dog the thing, whoa. Dog the things me comfy, dog the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried.
Cleanest lens. Morning, folks. I think this is my first live for the year. Happy New Year. You guys here with me? Drop a message or a comment if you're hearing me clearly. I hope you are. Ouch. So I have a message. My name is Leroy Smith. If you're now coming on this page or this is your first visit to this page, my name is Leroy Smith. I have a message for the people working at Socu, the ranks, the police officers there, the retirees there, because they have, I think, at least 1 or 2 retirees there still in the employ of Socu. The jobs that we do as public servants and public officers is supposed to be to provide a service to the people. We are not supposed to use, and for the general police too, but this is specifically for those within Socu. And I'm bringing out Socu because Socu is just a cesspool of corruption, right? And Socu is corrupt. Socu is corrupt. Elements within Socu conduct themselves in corrupt and unprofessional manners very frequently, very often. And at some point it has to stop. The way in which they treated that policeman is a clear example. If they could do that to a policeman, a serving member of the force, you don't want to know what they do with the ordinary people. Imagine you are preventing a policeman that you have in your custody, that you detain without proper cause, to have his legal representative present or make contact with his legal representative. Those things cannot be normal. Those things are unconstitutional. And if Socu has a legal officer, that legal officer should well advise the administration of Socu that there's certain lines you don't cross, because it's an indictment on the legal officer if they have one also. Certain things you cannot allow to happen. I remember a few months ago, a police officer on the East Coast stopped she stopped a vehicle that was being driven, and the driver was in breach of several traffic violations were committed by the driver. The driver is associated with somebody at Socu. Within 3 days, the police officer, the female police officer, got a message sent for her to go down to Socu. She's wanted for questioning. Somebody made a report about, what was the word they used? extortion or something of the sort. So what happens at SOKU is that there are elements within SOKU who uses that office to target people, go after people. You have an issue with somebody, SOKU comes after you. They have an issue with somebody, they go after you. I will go as far as to say that people who are associated with people who are working with SOKU uses SOKU as a weapon against people that they have an issue with. So SOKU is just there to it has its legal functions. It's stated very clearly, some of which I don't agree with, and I personally believe that some legal luminary or something should start filing some actions in the court to have the operations of SOKU checked. You know, review SOKU, the guidelines or what was crafted to be the operational mandate of SOKU should be reviewed, because it's either that it is severely flawed in law, or they just don't care about the law, and so they violate your rights, they trample on your rights. Look at when they had that issue, when they started investigating Mr. Brutus, all the gymnastics and the theater and the gymkhana that they carry on there to get people to switch statements. You had the deputy commissioner bundling a woman in a vehicle and carrying she to a hearing that she was not even summoned to, and all this level of madness. And then nobody is speaking about it. Nobody is speaking about it. I don't understand what's going on at SOKU. It's like SOKU is a law unto itself. Anyway, if you're working at SOKU, this message is for you. You will not work at SOKU all the days of your life. You will not be a police officer all the days of your life. You have families. Today you're going to treat somebody a particular way in an unlawful manner, in a violation of their rights, their civil and human rights. And you're not going to live all the days of your life. You have children, you have grandchildren, you have wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, all these fancy things that you all have. When you come on the road to execute your duties, or you go into office to execute your public mandate, do it in a rightful, lawful, respectful manner. The world is spherical in shape. Everything goes wrong, it comes wrong. Take note of that. Nobody stays in any position all the days of their life. Sometimes you carry on and you behave or you want to behave. You think you're a law unto yourself. You're the most powerful person and so on. Then you serve, you get a nice big pension. And so sometime 3 months after you retire, you fall ill or you're dead or something. You never get to enjoy your pension. Live a peaceful life. Live a decent life. Treat people fairly. And your life will be long on this earth. Your life will be long, your life will be healthy. Y'all stop using your office and your positions to manipulate people, manipulate their freedom, manipulate their rights. SOKU has its mandate. SOKU has a right to execute its mandate. SOKU needs to. And the operatives within SOKU, or the operatives within SOKU, need to understand that in everything you do, there is a right way and a wrong way. And SOKU has consistently, for years, and it has increased tremendously over the last few years, the manner in which they carry out their operations, completely with a disregard for the rule of law and for procedures. And that is not right. And people need to start speaking out about it. People need to start calling some people out. People need to start calling the organization out. And I don't understand it, you know. I really don't understand it. SOKU is just a mess. SOKU is a hot mess. It is a hot mess, and it has to be addressed. It has to be addressed. SOKU cannot and should not be allowed to continue along this vein. There are too many people in this place who have been wronged by this organization. They've been bullied, they've been blackmailed, all sorts of things. And you know the funny thing is, Socu don't win no matter. Socu cannot properly prosecute no matter in the court. You check the records. I think Socu must win one major matter and they win it by default. Because there's no substance in their investigation. Socu, they breach so many procedures, and that is the problem. And I keep saying this thing all the time. Socu could get successes, you know. Socu could get successes. But if you're supposed to go this way to achieve a particular objective, but you want the objective fast, and you want it quick, and you want a particular outcome, you're going to go wrong, you're going to go wrong, so you're going to come wrong, so like the Socu song says, and at the end of the day, you're going to get a big kick in your ass by the court. They kick your matter out. Has been happening all the time because you're breaching procedures to achieve a particular objective or to achieve a particular outcome, and in the breaching of those procedures, you're messing up your case, you're messing up your investigations. Just do what you have to do, go according to the books, and let the chips fall where it may. Your work is not for twist evidence and storing evidence and spin it around and bundle this one in a car and tell the one chain statement that you'll get promotion because we want you around and you're going to be around for and then madness. Do what you have to do. Go do your investigation, gather your evidence, present your file, send it to the Director of Public Prosecution, let her recommend her charges, send the matter to court, and then you send your prosecutors, if they're competent at all, to prosecute the matter. That is it. That is your job. Y'all want to do police, y'all want to do GRA work, y'all want to do immigration work. What's your problem? Special Organized Crime Unit. That's the name of the organization. And I can't come on the live and don't talk about the Mohammed Scare. The issue with Mohammed Scare is a tax matter. Let GRA do the work. What y'all getting involved for? GRA gonna go, they're gonna come to y'all, they're gonna say, we have this evidence, we believe this is this, and what is what. You understand? You do your investigation from a Socu standpoint, because obviously once it comes here, it becomes bigger. You add what you have to add, y'all GRA evidence or information, your evidence gathered and so on, create a file, send it to where you gotta go, let it go to the court. It is very simple. It is very, very, very simple. I don't understand what's going on with Socu. I don't understand what's going on with the head, the tail, the middle, the back side, the front side, the left side, or whichever side. They got a whole set of sides. Socu got a whole set of sides, and all the sides seems to be wrong. All. They ain't getting nothing right. And they ain't shame. He gonna run into me. They ain't shame. Every day Socu get every day these guys get up, like these guys will sit down and say, how am I gonna piss the Guyanese people off today? Oh, let me go and arrest this police sergeant, let me send you to do something, and then the other one gonna call you and tell you don't go and do it and stuff, and we get a nice field day, we get a nice headline, we get I'm to y'all, bye. I ask you, I'm to y'all, and I gotta ask myself, I'm to this thing we're holding this phone. Somebody got present more on this thing and holding this phone properly. Yeah, so for those of you working at Socu, conduct yourselves in a lawful, appropriate manner. Ensure your checks and balances. You do what you have to do as an individual. Nobody can make you do what you want to do. And you know, I usually say this to police officers because I have a lot of them that I speak with. An officer could give you an unlawful, don't worry, the madness, but comply then complain. Ignorance. No lawful society will allow you to get away with any unlawful, well, it's not supposed to allow you to get away with any unlawful act. And so, this madness that they say, oh, they say we must comply then complain. Nobody can give you no unlawful order and you comply with it. Because when the shit hit the fan, it is you. You think they thinking they gonna be charged for vicarious responsibility or what's not. But that's departmentally, so. But if a man tells you, I want you put in this statement, they say, you have to say, sir, I can't do this. And if they force you to do it, do it. Make your little note or whatever, get your little pocketbook, your little diary or something, and then you always, every time you're given an unlawful instruction by Socu, communicate it to somebody else. Let somebody else know. Create dates and timelines and stamp and all these things. So that when the shit hit the fan, you could show that they use their positions of authority to pressure you into acting in a particular manner. Yeah, you might be able to wiggle out of that if you go to court, but then at the end of the day, the buck stops with you. You're the one who committing an offense, whether it be forgery or forging somebody's statement, forging the signature of somebody's statement, whether you're trying to mislead the court by padding up a statement or giving false evidence and all these things. The buck stops with you, and you gotta go home when you retire. There ain't no thing that said the government gonna call you back. You don't know if you're gonna be one of the lucky ones to come back and work. And then when you come back and work, you ain't gonna come back and work indefinitely. You gotta go home someday. So operate professionally, operate within the confines of your law. And if you find, let me tell you, if you all find that you're being asked to do too much unlawful things by those within Socu, oh, go and do this, go and do that, and you know it's unlawful or it's not right, ask for a transfer. I know they give you all a little money. The Ministry of Home Affairs give a extra little allowance for those ranks who working at Socu. So everybody like that. Everybody want to work at Socu. But at what cost? At what cost? What happened to your peace of mind? How do you sleep at nights? You want to always there driving and looking over your shoulder, perceive the man with your arrest with 80 million or a man with an ounce of gold that lawfully the gold is he only bite normally, and so how you sleeping at night? And I talking, this is not going to do Mohammeds, me talking about Mohammeds, I talking about them normal ordinary people that Socu be harassing. Matters that don't require a special organized investigation, they investigating. Like they just want, I don't know if they rivaling the Guyana Police Force and the Criminal Investigation Department and the Traffic Department and the Guyana Revenue Authority and who else. Everybody work they want to do. Everybody work. Y'all get yourself in order and y'all operate in a manner that is fair. Always have at the back of your heads that this job is not mine forever. I have to move one day. I get my family, I get my children, I get my girlfriend, I get my spouse, my spouse, my son, wherever else I have. I gotta live for them. I gotta enjoy my retirement. And so, you know, some of these stupidness y'all doing at Socu there, some of y'all might not even be allowed to remain in the force to have a pension. So you do all this ignorance. You understand? And then you commit yourself in a wrongful way. Somebody file private criminal charges against y'all or something of the sort, and they win, and y'all are found guilty, and y'all get kicked out the force with your pension there that you're doing all this madness for. Do your work, do it lawfully, do it within the confines of the law, do it in a respectful manner, and respect people's rights, and you'll be okay. The whole organization gonna be okay. I can be okay when y'all do everything right. And I always tell people, and police will tell you this every day. It's no secret. I'm close to a lot of people in the force. I have a good relationship with the force because, well, I believe I do, or with some elements. And the reason I always speak out when it comes to issues of the police force is because I understand the system. I understand the procedures. I know what they should and should not do, how they should and should not do things. Well, not fully, but I have a basic and reasonable understanding of why and how things should be done within the Guyana Police Force. And that is why I'm always so annoyed when I see them doing nonsense. Because the police force could be so, the police force could be so nice, Soku could be so successful. Just do what you have to do and do it the right way. And I keep repeating one thing over and over because that is why I'm here. To tell y'all to just do what y'all gotta do properly and leave people. Stop harassing people. That's what y'all doing. I don't know why nobody filed no proceedings for harassment against this organization or elements within this organization. Because that's what y'all just do. The law is very clear. And the police act on all of these things. Allow justice to prevail. And justice it means somebody getting found guilty, you know. Justice means you do what you have to do, which is conduct an investigation, send it here. That is the process of justice. That is the process of justice. The determination of the end is done by the court. The court will have the final say, or is supposed to have the final say, without interference, or without prejudice, or without some friend calling somebody and say, there's my squad, or there's my soldier, oh, he's donated this and so to we. The man is a little upset. Yeah, I should teach you a lesson. Without those things, justice is supposed to be done in the way I pointed out just before I said that. So let justice prevail, man. Let people get to do what they have to do. You do what you have to do. You have information about something, you go, you do your investigation, you compile your file, you sign your statements, you initial your pages and what's not, and let the process begin, or let the process take its course. Do the right things the right way. You guys are doing the right things the wrong way, and you're getting all these problems. I would have shame if I used to work at Socu. I would have shame for walk the road. I would have shame for the man who living next door by me and the lady who living over the road. No, I working at Socu with some of the shit y'all do. I would be ashamed. It's a good thing y'all don't wear uniform, because you would have got bow your head in larger shame. Y'all drag the boy out from wherever work he doing, carry by the harbor bridge, guy sit down there waiting long. Then you tell you, oh, go and tow the vehicle. Then another one call, hey, leave them people vehicle alone and what's not. Then when you go back, you arrest he. You gotta call who tell the man left the vehicle alone or left the people alone. Go and arrest he. We arrest the police sergeant for. And by the way, the police sergeant, I've seen him by face. The man clapped me the vehicle about 3 times already. I had to call people and beg for thing, you know. So he's not a friend of mine. And first thing he face are always serious, and I personally I don't think he had. I don't think he had. Is yesterday when I was giving the information, I know the man name. But he's a signature to the Guyana police force. And in case y'all don't know, if y'all are from Georgetown, is a little fine Madras Indian guy, a fine little boy. He little. The vehicle we driving big. The vehicle we driving big. And the clamp we putting on your wheel bigger than he. Little fine he pelting through clamping vehicle like he hearing good when the day come. And dragging your vehicle, we gotta drag it when you think. But it is not a case where the young man refused to carry out an operation when y'all, when Soku lured him to the harbor bridge to park by the masjid, over the road from the masjid, for pull away the people's vehicle. You luring a police. If the man they get killed on the way, somebody shoot you or you get knocked down or something, how y'all would feel? You crossing the road or something, you lure a man, they give the man no clear. They give the man no clear instructions of what he was going to do. And then when the man, oh, we come for the vehicle and thing. And the vehicle park up there, the people go there since before 12, you know. They went there since before 12. When the vehicle pulled in there, I don't know if it's Azadine went in there, his father, his sister, or the guy, the sister, boy, husband or whoever went in there. But the vehicle was at the masjid based on the reports that I received last night. They got there before 12 o'clock. Until after 2 they left there. And when they left, the vehicle still there, they move it. Where's the purpose? It's a puppy show? It's a clown show? Oh shucks, I talking to you and I should have torn through stuff. Hey, later. Y'all have a very good day. And the people at Socu, conduct yourself in a lawful, respectful, and appropriate manner. Respect the rule of law. Respect people's human and citizens' rights and their lawful rights, and all will be fine. All will be fine. And like these cameras that they're putting up all along the place, not the speed ones, the ones that are picking up your vehicle and so on and tracking your movements. When this country full up with all of that, I think crime should go down. And then anyway, we're going to come back and talk about that day. In fact, I'm going to talk about that sometime next week. Y'all have a very good day. And Socu stop harassing the blasted citizens. Because when y'all retire, y'all can't live in peace. People going to torment y'all. They see y'all on the road, y'all get stopped for some simple traffic violations. Because this is what y'all do people. And if people do it back to y'all, you can't walk. What the Bible say? An eye for an eye. Some people don't believe in that. And every action causes an equal reaction. Deal with people fairly. Do the right thing, the right way. And stop doing shit. Y'all have a good day.